of the thick of it all. If they don't give me room, well then I'll give them a wall. I'm gonna smoke my tires when the victory calls. I'm gonna be there, be there. I wanna see my face up on the jumbo screen. Feel the white hot metal of a winning machine. Because you win or you lose and there's no in between. I wanna be there, be there, be there.
NASCAR on speed. Be there.
The Target Series drivers return to the state of Texas as we're here in College Station at the Texas World Superspeedway for the running of the Pennzoil 350. On the pole for today's race, Levi Shones in the 08, beside him in second the 07 of Bronson Minnick. Then in third place it's DJ Reed, fourth place our Texas winner Samet Oskin, and rounding out the top five, Danny Lloyd in the 21. Then in sixth place we have Matthew Burnett, in seventh it's Marshall Burrell, eighth place for Jay Jefferson, in ninth it's Will Graymont, and Riley Spraytube in the 22 rounds at the top 10. Back behind them for the rest of the field, Brendan Sarland, and down to his inside, Eric Olson in the 66 car. Then there's Anthony Hernandez in the 11 and the 90 of Brandon Beal. Then we have Nolan Lawrence in the 51 and the 8 car of Eli Bright. Then his teammate Justin Zidell, and down to his inside Code Red in the 28. Then we have Ross McTrain and Ronan Curtis in the 93, along with Jay Rando and Jake Richardson in the 39. Then there's Jake Galloway, and Evan Hunter comes in second in the point standings. Then Adam McDowell and Jordan Stout in the 92, along with Jennifer Buford and the 4 of Landon Lyons. Then there's our points leader Felix Janssen, the only driver to finish in the top 10 all 3 races so far this season, and to his outside the 2 car of Luke Ray needs something to go his way this season. Then there's the 16 of Mathis Wells and the 1 car of Jeff Bright, along with Jonathan Buford and Colton Yo in the 01. Then there's Jose Mills and Kenny Walrus in the 99, with the 9 of Brett Sierra and the 10 of Keyshawn Richardson. And in the final row, Zachary DeLello, the 35, and back in 40th starting position, the 89 car of Conrad Evans. There's our 40-car field for racing in College Station at the Texas World Superspeedway. Let's go on trackside to fire these cars up.
Drivers, start your engines!
"40 engines come to life here at the Texas World Superspeedway for 27 laps around this 2-mile oval in College Station, Texas. Last race out at the Texas Motor Speedway won by Samet Oskin. However, Evan Hunter, close to victory again, but fell short, comes in second in points. Felix Janssen with the points lead by a good margin, and Conrad Evans, another driver who needs to try and shake off some bad luck, as he has been so close so many times in the Pennzoil Truck Series this season. Yesterday, finishing in third place after getting passed in turn 4 on the last lap for the win. Luke Ray, the 2 down at the bottom of the points, has been involved in a crash in I believe every race so far this season. Can he try and turn around? Levi Shones, Bronson Minnick are the front row for the start of the Pennzoil 350. There they go. The green flag is in the air. They're in the gas, and they're racing at Texas World. Getting up to speed as they race down the backstretch for the first time here today. Levi Shones keeping the lead over DJ Reed to turn number 3. Reed following in the tracks of the 08. Danny Lloyd, the 21, moves to 3rd. Burrell to 4th. 5th place to Will Graymont. They come off the 4th corner for the first time today. Levi Shones in the 08 lead the first lap. Lloyd low for 2nd, and they're starting to fan out now down the front stretch as Levi Shones leads the first lap here in the Pennzoil 350. Already cars starting to move around, some 3 wide here. Danny Lloyd, the 21, moved to 2nd place. Marshall Burrow with him. Now Lloyd for the lead off turn 2, a run down to the inside, the 08 of Levi Shones. Down the backstretch they race. And here at Texas World, you can really get away with 3 wide. 4 wide, though, is the breaking point. You get 4 wide down that back straightaway. That is where they're going to start rubbing in. That's where 95% of the time you're going to crash if you're 4 wide. And I think every single crash we've seen here has come down that backstretch because of 4 wide. Marshall Burrow leads the 2nd lap in a close fight there with Danny Lloyd. Down to the bottom 3 wide for 2nd, Nolan Lawrence with Code Red. Right behind them is Ross McTrain as well. So some drivers that start mid-pack or further back of the pack already starting to come up on the inside lane, making nice progress through this field. This is how Texas World races. It's a super speedway, a 2-mile super speedway, pack racing. They're going to be shuffling all day long. And really, the winner is not going to be known until the start-finish line. We've seen many times here where someone pulls out like Ross McTrain just did, and they could beat them back around to the start-finish line. See right there, he almost beat Code Red back around. He made a very late move. 4 wide in the pack. As they raced off to turn 1, the 9-9 Kenny Walrus made the move on the 01, the 18, and some others. Now they're 4 wide back behind the first row, 4 wide. Riley Spurgeon and Luke Rainey in the middle of it. Or excuse me, that's not Luke, that's the, is that the 90? Oh, there it is! Into the wall and around they go in the middle of the pack. Spurgeon and others spin around in the middle of the field. The 80, or the 52 Marshall Burrows, 22 Riley Spurgeon, 19 car 92. The 18, the 74 as well. Caution flag is in the air here early on in the Pennzoil 350, and Jeff Bright in the 1 leads the field back around to the first yellow flag we'll have here in Texas World. Not too big a hits for these drivers involved, but definitely going to be at the back of the pack. The disastrous start to the season for Luke Rainey continues. Another crash he's involved in. This time not too much damage, however. It was just 4 wide around him. They got together down the backstretch, as we had mentioned they're going to do, and it caused the crash. Caution flag number 1 out here in Texas World. Let's see what happened. It's that classic case of 4 wide down the backstretch. See right there, Riley Spurgeon to Brandon Beal, Luke Rainey, and others, all 4 wide, and they just pinched together right there. You can see 90 and 2 and 20 made contact. Reed and Lawrence just innocent. They get collected. 80 or the 98 Jennifer Buford takes evasive action. How about the 92 of Jordan Stout, yesterday's Pennzoil Truck Series winner? He somehow able to miss that. But Jay Jefferson, Riley Spurgeon would get involved, Jay Rando and Marshall Burrow as well. The rest of the drivers get high and get around. So about 5, 6, 7 race cars involved in this one. But what a great job by yesterday's winner, Jordan Stout in the 92. Right behind these drivers. Look at them down the inside with that 51. Never made contact. Great job by all these drivers that missed it. That could have been a lot bigger than what it was. So that could have been 10, 15 cars. Instead, we only got about half of that. I'm wondering if some of those drivers back there were hanging back because this was bound to happen. But in reality, I think drivers like the 18, the 51, even the 90 and the 2, they should be all right. The cars that are going to be the worst off are going to be the 19, the 22, and the 52. And sometimes the draft can work wonders at a track like this to where if you're in it, you might still be able to keep up with the pack. So the 1 car, Jeff Bright, gets back around in front. He's going to leave his back green this time by at Texas World. Short and yellows here because it's a longer racetrack. We'll see as no cars have retired. So obviously, as we mentioned, no real big hits in this one. Jennifer Buford, the 98, maybe has the most damage. She had to come down the pit lane. Now she's back out there in the 4th position. No hood on that car. She'll be the lap car that we definitely have to worry about. Maybe Riley Spurgeon to Marshall Burrow and even Jay Jefferson as well. Those are the cars that are the most damaged. And you have to wonder about the 2, the 18, the 74. They're behind the 19 now. Can they try and get around Jefferson before he halts them up too much? So leading the race, 2-time champion Jeff Bright, the Season 1 champion of the series, leads the way. He's out in front of points leader Felix Jansen, who rides in 2nd. Kenny Walrus moves up to 3rd, 4th place to Colton Yo, and Adam McDowell, another 2-time champion, inside the top 5. Then Evan Hunter, 2nd in points, is 6th. Ross McTrain, Eric Olson, Code Red, and Jake Galloway are the front end. Jordan Stout, after that amazing miss of the crash, up to 14th in that 92. Pace car is in. Jeff Bright, the 1, will lead us to the green flag as he comes into the restart zone. He's in the gas, and we're back green on lap number 7. Danny Lloyd, first car to break low. Colton Yo didn't get a good restart from 4th place, allowed the front 3 to get away. Jensen with the run will take it to the inside through turns 1 and 2. Our points are trying to get up here and lead a lap for 5 bonus points. Down the backstretch with Kenny Walrus right in tow. Now Walrus might step out right here and ruin Jensen's hopes right here. There he goes to the bottom. Kenny Walrus trying to steal a lap lead from Felix Jansen, and definitely going to do it as he races off turn number 4 with the race lead. Kenny Walrus will lead lap number 7 over Felix Jansen. Now McDowell will move up to 2nd in the 12 car. Ross McTrain might make that 3-way race. Jake Gowie's going to go 3 wide, winner of the Gatorade Cup Series race at Texas, looking for a Target Series win at Texas World. He's moving through right to the bottom of it, and pulls through Levi Schoen just behind him. Almost 4 wide off turn 2. They're able to store it back down to 3 wide as they race down the backstretch. Levi Schoen's trying to get low on Jake Gowie for a spot inside the top 5. Gowie's going to block him off for now. Here comes the 10 of Keyshawn Richardson moving into the front as Ross McTrain 17 looks on Adam McDowell down the front stretch. Side by side, McTrain more help. Galloway getting forced in the middle. No help there as Levi Shones moved down. It slowed the 20 down, and they might be 4 wide again to turn 1. Yeah, this is going to be dangerous right here. It's going to be very hard to clear this 4 wide, and I don't think they're going to be able to do it by the time they get off turn 2. This could be another crash immediately after the first one. Can they make it work? Some beating and banging down the backstretch. They're still shoving, but they're going to make it work this lap. But can they clear it before they get around to the start or to the backstretch next lap? Well, they sorted it there, but now it's 4 wide further back in the field. And McDowell went way wide. Now they're 4 wide back outside the top 15, top 20. This is right around 25th place. They're going to clear it. Back down to 3 wide for now, and McDowell's going to get shoved wide by Jeff Wright. If Jeff didn't do that, they may have been 4 wide again because Walrus was lining up the racetrack in the 99, and that could have very, very well been another 4 wide moment. Still at the front, Levi Shones doing a nice job. Our Pulsar out in front. Will Graymont at the 4-2 will move to second. Daytona winner Anthony Hernandez moving up to third. Right behind him is Brendan Zarland in the 36 car. There goes Hernandez low. That's going to be 3 wide for the lead down the front stretch. Shones will lead the 10th lap. 17 laps remain here in Texas World. 3 wide in this pack, many rows deep. 4 wide, a little bit further back as Hernandez moves to the front. His teammate Mathis Wells is in the middle of 4 wide, which they're going to, looks like, sort back to 3 wide. They do. There they race down the back to turn number 3. Daytona winner Hernandez out in front. Osgood looking to go back-to-back, won the Target Series Texas race. Jake Richardson coming with a run to the bottom lane. And way down low comes Danny Lloyd in the 21, 2-time Pennzoil Truck Series winner this season. Here comes Zidell looking out of line, the 7. And Jordan Stout narrowly missed that crash. Looking to go back-to-back at Texas World, winning yesterday in the trucks. Now trying to win here today in Target. Moving up inside the top 5 for the driver of the 92. Danny Lloyd trying to pressure Jake Richardson as Zidell is low for 3rd place. Coming with him is Matthew Burnett and DJ Reed. Remember, Reed was spun around in that yellow flag. That damage not too severe in the 18. He's moving out of line, going by himself. Zidell to the bottom, 3 wide, has up from DJ Reed. Bronson Mink is the next car in the bottom, but a good ways back. Burnett might be able to try and get in line. He couldn't the 15. He'll be middle of 3 still. Now Reed's out for the lead in the 18, so even though he spun around into that crash, it has not affected his car one bit. The 18 flying up through the field, DJ Reed to the front in the Pennzoil 350. And with a lot of cars being involved in that, not really being slow, it's going to be very interesting to see if one of them might win this race. You still have the 18, the 51, the 2 up in this pack. As Bronson Mink's going to lead this lap right here. We're about midway through this race, so the intensity level is going to start picking up, and it is already. 4 wide again inside the top 10. Through turns 1 and 2, Wells is the one on the bottom. Lawrence and Redder in the middle. Jake Richardson is up top. They're not going to be able to sort this out, but can they keep it down the back? This is close racing. They're getting a little physical into turn 3. Able to make it work again. They might be 5 wide through 3 and 4. Look at this mess. Sierra's already low as the 21 went wide, and they're going to sort that back down to 3 wide for now. Now 4 wide here. But they were just 5 wide through 3 and 4 and able to make it work. Oh, they're not done going 4 wide yet. Can they sort it? At the front, Wells going for the lead in the 16. Meanwhile, the back of the pack is a mess of cars. Jake Gow is getting sideways mid-pack, trying to keep it off of Danny Lloyd and Brandon Beal to his inside. But still making the 4 wide work for now. Somehow, someway, these drivers getting away with it lap after lap. But one lap, their luck might run out. Jeff Bright back for the lead, led at the yellow flag, now leading again. Luke Rainey made his way back to the front, but now shuffled middle as Brett Sierra, the 9. Season 10 champion, moves to the bottom for the lead. Conrad Evans started last in this race. He's now up inside the top 5 in front of the 4 wide in case something happens back here, because it's looking like it's bound to happen with how they're racing. 4 wide, many rows deep. There it is. Lawrence around again, the 51. He gets Mathis Wells and Matthew Burnett spinning middle of the pack. He collects Prospect Train and Keyshawn Richardson. So far, it's only those 3, and it will only be those 3 as the rest of the field gets around, and we get a yellow before we catch lap traffic. Levi Shones the pulls here back in front with 11 to go. Caution flag number 2. Another instance of 4 wide, but somehow many drivers in this pack miss it. Only about 3-4 cars get collected in our second caution flag as Nolan Lawrence goes for a spin middle of the pack and only collects 2 other cars. It's getting down to the end of this race. The intensity level is getting up for sure, and they were testing out the waters with 4 wide and 5 wide, and this time there were just so many rows of 4 wide. It's going to be so hard to sort this out. And right here, Nolan Lawrence going to get rubbed up into by the 81, which sends him up into the 15 and the 16. Wells into the wall. Burnett with the 51. Wells gets away, but has got some damage on both sides. Burnett also gets low, but will have some damage. Now Lawrence spinning middle of the pack and nowhere to go from Ross McTrain nor Keyshawn Richardson. Those two hit the 51. However, everyone else gets low or gets high to get around. So right there, only about 4 or 5 cars have damage. The 16 and the 15 will be minimal damage, while the 51, the 10, and the 17 will have a little bit heavier damage. However, I mean, that was just, once again, another great job by everyone in this pack, making sure this did not turn into some massive crash. Just everyone did a really, really good job there, getting high or getting low and not running the guy over in front of them. The car on the bottom was the 81 of Jose Mills, last season's champion. He was fortunate to get low and get by with that. McDowell as well. Look at Reed. He gets high. McTrain nowhere to go. And Richardson almost had missed it. The 51 didn't come down the racetrack. Who would have had it, but Lawrence came down a little bit, and Richardson was there. But once again, not many cars with damage after that one, and we're now at a point where we might not catch lap traffic because that run went long enough, and we'll see as we're going to come back green with 9 to go. I don't know if we'll catch lap traffic, but who knows? We might get another yellow flag at some point in this race. So once again, every car still left running. All 40 still out there. 9 to go when we restart. Levi Shones in the 08 started on pole and now leads at Texas World. Brett Sierra only has 1 Target Series win to his resume, looking to try and add to it. He's right now in second. Jonathan Beeford is third. Conrad Evans, 3 straight Pennzoil Truck Series races where he's had a shot to win it, but none have resulted in victory so far. Can he try and get Target Series win? And how about 2-time champion Jeff Bright looking to get back to Target Series victory lane? Jose Mills trying to rebound after a mediocre start to the season. Last season's champion. Last season's runner-up Luke Rainey has had a runner-up slump so far this season. Looking to try and turn around. He was involved in the first yellow, but still struck. Another 2-time champion, Adam McDowell. Mathis Wells has some side damage, and Colton Yo rounds out the top 10. Here we come back to the restart zone. Levi Shones with the race lead. He's on the gas, and we're back going. 9 laps to go in Texas World. Last season, it came down to a last lap pass. Eli Brett was leading, but it was Trey Rainey who passed on the last lap to get his second to last Target Series victory. Jeff Brett the first to move along. Conrad Evans that's for 4th and 5th. Jose Mills low, McDowell's low, Luke Rainey up high. As this was a very spread out restart. Jonathan Beeford low on Brett Sierra for second. Mills getting help from behind. That's Adam McDowell. As the front few have been able to gap a little bit. The front 4 have gotten a slight gap over the rest of the field. However, that gap will not sustain. They will run them down with this draft. They're already getting there in the draft. Luke Rainey, top to bottom with the 2 car. Jeff Bright for second on Jonathan Beeford behind the 08 of Levi Shones. 8 laps to go in Texas World. The 2 JRM cars have gotten down low second and third. Jeff Bright, Brett Sierra. Sierra's looking low on Jeff, though. Down the backstretch of their race. Sierra trying to get there in the 9. He is low, but so far, Levi Shones able to maintain out in front of the 08. Can anyone stop this cycle to get to the 08? 7 laps to go at the line. Adam McDowell trying to get low for second. Luke Rainey going to try and shoot the middle in the 2 car. He has Evan Hunter with him in the 23. Rainey's in the middle, got some nice help from the 23. However, Reed now going to give help to the 12 of Adam McDowell. And Conrad Evans coming back in the 00. They might be 4 wide off the corner. Well, they will be 4 wide. That's a dangerous move. Contact made. 0089. They sort it, though. Can they run down Levi Shones is the question. Sierra way wide in the 9. Jeff Bright to his inside. They're 4 wide back there. They'll sort back to 3. Is at the stripe. 6 laps to go for Levi Shones. I don't know if he can hold them for 6 laps. That's going to be a tall task for anyone. Shones is one of the best to do it as well, and it's going to be a tall task for him. As already Reed gets to the inside. That draft so strong behind that 08. DJ Reed to the point in Texas World. 5 laps to go at the line. Evans is low. McDowell's with them. Landon Lyons the 4. Daytona winner Anthony Hernandez. Minnick is in the middle. With him is Kenny Walrus and Jeff Bright, along with points leader Felix Jansen. Down low you have Jake Galloway, Jose Mills, Colton Yo, and others trying to cycle their way up to the front. Conrad Evans looking for the lead in turn 1. And they're looking 4 wide inside the top 5. Now if we get yellow now, this race is not over. It'd be a 2 lap to go restarting. I say that because they're 4 wide down the backstretch. Coming together, trying to sort it. Walrus trying to lean on the 81 to make sure they didn't wreck. A great job by every driver involved in that as Conrad Evans moves to the front with Anthony as his pusher. Back around to the start-finish line. Point of no return. 4 laps to go in Texas World. If a crash happens, this race is over. And they're 4 wide with the points leader in the middle. Eric Olson is there as well, trying to get down in front of Brett Sierra, and does that. Shuffles the 4 wide out. Now back up to the front. The 01 and the 7 are bound for the lead. It's Seidel to the inside, but Yo clears it off. And now Samet Oskin into the picture in the 13. Oskin forced it low to the bottom lane. If a yellow doesn't come out, you have to look at someone like Brett Sierra, Brandon Beal, that are further back in the pack. They have a shot. That's 3 to go. But they're 4 wide again. Hernandez is going to try and back out of it. But he goes really wide. Reed might get to the bottom of him as Will Draymond looks for the lead. They're 4 wide further back in the field. Eli Bright, Brandon Beal, and others, if they wreck this race, is over. They keep it straight for now. 2 to go at the stripe. Can they make it back around 2 more laps is the question. We're going to definitely make it to the white flag. The question is, will they make it to the white under green? Will this race end under green? Jake Richardson for the lead in the 39. Eric Olson moves to the front. Samet Oskin and 4 wide behind for Danny Lloyd. Lloyd trying to make this thing up to the front. He gets tight down low. Sierra trying to clear them. He gets down in line. White flag this time by if they don't wreck. Looks like they're going to make it. They're only 3 wide. Eric Olson for the lead. But watch out for someone like Oskin or Sierra for a last lap pass. Evans trying to do everything he can to get up here. Lloyd with Eli Bright, the driver, got passed on the last lap for the win here last season. His teammate Sierra moves low 3 wide for second. Eric Olson leads the white flag lap. But who leads the checker flag? Eli Bright comes to the bottom 4 wide. The possibilities are it might be a JRM car going to victory lane here today in Texas World. But will it be season 10 champion or will it be Eli Bright? Down the backstretch for the final time. 4 wide in the pack. They're going to keep it straight. 3 and 4 for the final time for Brett Sierra. He blocks teammate Eli Bright, but goes wide. Eli's going to run to the bottom. Here they come, drag racing back around to the start-finish line. Bright gets the help to win the Pennzoil 350 at Texas World. Eli Bright, in a last lap pass over teammate Brett Sierra, wins the race. Felix Jansen keeps his top 10 streak alive with the 4th, and Brett Sierra so close, yet so far, will have to sell for 2nd yet again. It's a JRM 1-2, and Eli Bright, after getting passed on the last lap for the win here last season, gets redemption and gets a last lap pass for the win this season. Let's go see the finish results and the point standings. Here's how they finished in the Pennzoil 350 at the Texas World Superspeedway. 2 caution flags today for 4 laps and 18 lead changes. 15 different drivers saw the lead in this crazy Superspeedway race. Reigning supreme, driver number 8, Eli Bright, claims victory once again in the Target Series. He only led 1 lap, the most important one, the last lap. He gets to victory lane. Brett Sierra so close yet so far to his 2nd Target Series victory. He'll have to sell for 2nd. The driver of the 9 star back in the 19th row. 3rd to last. Moves up, was leading into turns 3 and 4 on the last lap, but couldn't make it back around to the checkered flag. Zach DeLello ends up in 3rd. He starts 2nd to last in this race. Felix Jansen will extend the points lead, a top 5 for Jansen. 4th place, 4 top 10s to start the season. And rounding out the top 5 right where he started, Danny Lloyd. Samet Oskin gets a 6th, trying to go back-to-back in the season. Couldn't get done, but Texas was very, very kind to Oskin here this season. Eric Olson leading at the white flag, but ends up in 7th. Conrad Evans hung around the front all day long from last start position, gets an 8th place finish. Jordan Stout narrowly missed the crashes here today, but he gets 9th, and Jake Richardson rounds at the top 10. Evan Hunter came in second in points. He won't leave there, but a decent result in 11th. Kenny Walrus with a good result in 12th. Curtis, Jeff Bright, and Anthony Hernandez are the top 15. Levi Shones led the most laps of 9 from pole. Best of self for 16th. Brendan Sarland, 17th. Luke Rainey, he kept his car clean. It might not have been a top 10, but a top 20 for Luke Rainey here. I believe that's his first time this season he got a top 20, so that was a very, very good day by Luke, especially after being involved in the first accident of the race, but able to keep on trucking. Got a top 20. Colton Hill, Will Graymont round out the top 20. Jake Galloway, Jose Mills just below, 2 champions of the series, 21st, 22nd, and McDowell 24th. You look down here at some of the cars that were involved in crashes down here, like Rando, Wells, Keyshawn Richardson, Lawrence Burrell, Jay Jefferson, McTrain, Jennifer Beeford, and Riley Spurley-Tube. 22 and 98 were the most damaged of the two, down 39th and 40th. Let's now go see the point standings. Here are how the points look for races in, and Felix Janssen still on top in the 61. 4 races, 4 top 10s for the driver of the 61, so he's had a very, very consistent start to the season so far. Zachary DeLello moves up to second in points, 43 behind Janssen. Evan Hunter falls down to third, still a decent spot so far this season. Danny Lloyd in 4th, and Levi Shones rounds out the top 5 in points. Then Colton Yo, Anthony Hernandez, Eli Bright, our winner, moves up to 8th. Justin Zeidel and Adam McDowell round out the top 10. Our 4 winners so far all inside the top 20 in the points, with Eli Bright, Anthony Hernandez inside the top 10, and Keyshawn Richardson and Samet Osgood currently taking up the 2 wildcard spots, as they're both winners, 14th and 17th in points. They would take up wildcard spots. JRM so far this season, 3 of their cars inside the top 11 in points. Their other, Brett Serra, had a dismal start to the season until this race. His first top 10, his first top 5. A second place for Serra moves up to 24th in points. Not too shabby there for the driver of the 9. Luke Rainey rebounds with the top 20. Jay Rando, his struggles continue this season. Same with Jennifer Beeford. Minnick and Jefferson, Burrell as well. Kenny Walrus trying to get himself out of the hole. He's up to 34th. Spurley-Tube down a little bit after a bad race, so some drivers starting to shift around here. 4 races in, though. Once again, these points are still so close together. You can gain chunks of positions every race, or you could lose chunks of positions every race too. That's the downside, is that you could have one bad race. You could go from 5th in points down to 18th, or you could go from 25th in points up to 10th. That's just how easy it is this early in the season with how close the points are together. Obviously, once we get about 7, 8, 9, 10 races in, that's where we're going to start to say, this person's in trouble. This person looks like he could definitely make it into the postseason. And then other drivers where you're like, maybe they're going to need to win to get in. But once we get around 10 races in, that's when people start to solidify in their positions and points, and we really know who's going to have a shot at the chase. So race number 5, it's going to be our first road race of the season as we head to Watkins Glen for the AAA 225. I will see you guys then.